What is this? Oh. I have no idea what that is. I wonder what I'm streaming right now. It could be really bugged. Let me see. No, okay, it looks alright. It looks like everything's correct. Okay. My OBS was behaving very strangely. So now I have like 2 OBS windows and one of them is completely blank, so I was wondering whether it was streaming the wrong thing perhaps, but no, seems we're okay. Now today we're gonna do something different. That is because I was feeling a little bit like the Cradle progression was super slow. And then I saw this post on Reddit that basically said, Cradle progression needs to be buffed. And I was like, yeah! Hell yeah, I agree with that. And then I... basically some people in the comments were helpful in pointing out that, you know, you can actually speed up the progression of the Cradle. And that is this upgrade here. It's the first upgrade in... in this node here with Sekiguchi. Now, this is interesting in and of itself, because then I can sort of then I can get to play something a little bit different as well. So, I think what we're gonna do today is play Sekiguchi contract. Well, I don't think that's what we're gonna do. And this is a difficult contract. Okay? Basically what we've done so far, kinda chill. But today...
Only here, only now.
We're going to be doing something a little bit harder. And in so doing... let's just run a sponsored contract here. I think that's the way to go. I also think that we have some free stuff, right? So this is Cryo Archive. Yeah, okay. Let's grab that. I'll grab this. Anything else that's free? Nope. Grab this, grab this. So basically our main goal today is to gain some Cradle progression. And there's 2 parts to that. It's both getting that upgrade, but there's also something else. We'll get to that in a bit. Sure. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna run a sponsored kit here. There you are. Oh, yeah. Thought I was in the armory for a second for some reason. But then we're also going to... Because I looked over the upgrades. And I don't know if you guys saw this last time, but basically I was considering turning my biomass into progression for the Cradle. Now, there's no reason to do that before I've gained this extra 5% progress. So, instead, we're gonna try to do this quest on Outpost, which is really difficult, mind you. And then we're also going to simultaneously be running Assassin for the first time. I barely remember what he does. I know that he can go invis, obviously. I know that he can deploy smoke. I think that's his quote-unquote ultimate. Maybe it's tactical ability or whatever it's called. But we'll give it a shot and see how far we get. Maybe this ends really quick with me being frustrated and quitting out. Okay, so it seems like there's enough people here to quickly get a match on Outpost. But I really felt after yesterday, you know, sort of just grinding through the contracts, that I needed to do something different, because I was starting to feel a little bit burnt out with the loop. And so, yeah, I'm gonna give this a go. Okay, well, I started where I needed to be, I think.
This outpost must be crowded with the ghosts.
No, not quite, but very close.
I find that an interesting thought.
Alright, so we need to get up on this rooftop here. Up there, basically. For our quest. Oh, by the way, welcome to Outpost. Now, on Outpost, you don't actually want to stay out for too long. Ironically. Also, excuse me while playing this map, because this is the map that I've played the least. So, for instance, which you're gonna realize immediately here, I actually don't know how to get up. Maybe we just follow this. Let's see if we can do this before there's a heat cascade. Whoop. Pretty sure that was a player. Problem with that being a player is that that player can probably hear me, whereas I cannot hear him due to the rain. Yeah, and that player also had like a purple shield, so. I mean, that doesn't mean that I can't beat them. It just means that I needed to do a little bit more. How can I put this? I needed to do a little bit more. I can't speak today. I'm like really scatterbrained, I think the expression is. Oh, yeah. I grabbed the sponsored kit that isn't allowed here. Well, yeah, let's just do that. I'm not gonna run anything other than sponsored kits here, because this this map is just gonna kill you. But basically, yeah, I needed to nail every headshot there, and probably also throw my heat grenade right off the bat. Think I made a pretty big mistake in not, like, I could have done that a lot better. Basically, I could have won that engagement because they saw me and they didn't see. Sorry, I saw them, but they didn't see me. I'm like less in my head, almost like to a degree where I'm a little bit like disconnected from my logic today, I feel like. Probably because I've been a little bit more emotional. I've been playing Destiny 2 and I finally got to the point where I unlocked the final cutscene. Or the final cutscenes, that is. And it's also like, I don't know, I'm really feeling the end of Destiny now, because I'm realizing how much there is to this update. Put a few more hours into it, unlocked way more stuff. Kind of seeing the full width or the full breadth of everything that's on offer. And it's a pretty insane update, really. Now, most likely I'm going to be starting on the opposite end of the map, so it is what it is. You know what? That wasn't too bad.
The outpost region is heavily patrolled by elite UESC units. Exercise caution.
But yeah, Outpost is a map you'll see me fail on way more than usual. because there's going to be better equipped players here on average. You're gonna see more experienced players here on average. And yeah, it's just way more likely to kill me, basically. That's the gist of it. Yeah, there's the guys that I need to kill. And even USC here is like tougher. No! Oh. I made some wrong inputs.
Camel filter engaged.
I don't really know how to get up from here. So I'm gonna get out. Okay. Alright. Ooh. I actually think I did deal a decent amount of damage to him. I heard that player coming, but that didn't really matter. But yeah, I basically refuse to go into the zone with anything other than sponsored kits, especially until I've learned the zone better, or like until I've started to understand what this zone looks like and what this map, how the map plays and all that. It's definitely a different thing altogether. Like Outpost is a very different game. Yeah. But man, like I gotta say that the update that they've put out with Destiny 2 is just really, really good. It's incredibly good. There's so much to do now. If you're the type of player that wants to engage with everything, you know, get your builds completely in order, there's just so much to do now, and I don't know. It sucks, you know, that they're shutting the game down, because if they didn't shut the game down, then this update would have been a fantastic, absolutely fantastic, you know, springboard to just, you know, build momentum and like start to restart the game, right? I think also that it's pretty incredible. Like, I'm just checking right now, just for fun, right? Let me give me a second. Yeah, so even right now, in this moment, there's 100,000 players. It's 100,000 players playing the game concurrently on Steam. And that is, like, what is that, like 5 days after the update? So it's not, it wasn't just a fluke, you know, like people are sticking around. Parasitism. now I am further away, and I don't actually know how to get to where I'm supposed to go now.
On bones spawn
Never mind.
fresh.
And I'm dead. Alright, short run. I saw, as I was falling, I was like, oh, yeah, I see that that's not where I'm supposed to go. That was funny, though. I think it was funny. I'm just making the runs easier for everyone else who's currently playing Outpost. But I feel like if I start to get used to Outpost and maybe get used to the level that players are at on that map, that will feel like a new step, you know, like the next natural step for me in this game. I do feel in general that like this map, or sorry, this game really needs like another map in between Outpost and Dire Marsh. That's not to say that there's anything wrong with Outpost or Dire Marsh or even Perimeter. It's just that I don't know, it just feels like Outpost is a little bit of a wall, I think, for most players to hit. And it would be kind of cool, you know, if there was, I don't know, I guess that's what Cryo Archive is, but just more, maybe around the marathon or something. I don't know what the other map would be, really. I think that all of those themes that they have, you know, with Perimeter, Dire March, and Outpost are all they're very strong themes, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I know that they have mentioned like new zones or new maps or whatever in their developer updates, but I don't know how far out those are. And I'm sure that some of them are also being pushed in order to make the PvE mode and stuff like that. Now we're finally...
Caution. Synaptic readings are unstable due to local weather conditions.
Now we finally got started really far from processing. I just want to be clear with you, I have no idea where I'm going. Cyberspinal fluid. I feel like I'm guaranteed going to get killed here. This is way too much out in the open. And I don't know where I am. Or where I'm headed. Just trying to avoid the USC surveillance here. Okay, there's a heat cascade. I suppose I'm safe here. I don't know. It's been 3 minutes and I'm still alive. I guess we should count that as a win. Oh. Okay. That could have been a kill if I had been slightly sharper. But alas, it was not a kill. I'm just waiting to see whether they eventually end up making Outpost like a, you know, like a PvE version of Outpost. Because that I feel would be like the you know, like the way to progress this. Because yeah, you can, you know, you can rook your way through this. Oh, yeah, I haven't even shown you guys rook actually. Rook is also a completely different playstyle. Okay. It's been raining, so recently there was this warning basically in my area that like, oh, you know, you should conserve water because there might be like, we might have lack of water here soon. Like the groundwater is low or something. Groundwater reserves. And I'm like, I don't understand how that happens. It's been raining for like a week. So there's probably some part of the process there that I don't understand. And once again, we're on the wrong side of the map.
Neural, optic, motion, and heat motion
But you know,
systems functional. Ability suite
even
active.
if we are,
Initiate roll.
I see it as an opportunity to learn the map. Whoa. No idea what's going on here. I wanted to come out of there with like some loot, but was a little bit too crazy. I think something that I should get better at is using the knife in close quarters. So far, we're definitely not making any progress whatsoever towards Sekiguchi here, so... or on Outpost in general. Failing hard is what we're doing. I feel like we've been close to a couple of kills though. It's just that, like, you know, obviously we're running not an ideal set of equipment. And also, I think the players on this map are just like a little bit better than I am at the game, so it's just not working out. I woke up really late today. Well, depending on what you call late, I suppose, but around 12 p.m. essentially. I got up at 9 a.m. at first because I always feed my cats around that time, but then I went back to sleep. I barely got any sleep at all yesterday, so it's on, you know, that's no surprise really. Just wait until I accidentally get into a trios run. We haven't even started, like, gotten the first part of the contract, you know, and it's a 3-part contract, and really the second part is the hardest part. But we've never made it to the first part without encountering another player. But yeah, as I said, Outpost is definitely a harder map.
Previous runs. Analysis. You cannot lose.
Yes, I can. In fact, I will most likely lose. so there's another player here somewhere. Okay. The bots are already activated, but they're not activated on me.
Camo active.
Okay. I don't have any of those things. I need to learn how to navigate this area better.
Camo filter engaged. Next time. A shadow path.
I don't even know what the hell that is. Someone else died here. Oh, there's a heat cascade.
Minutes remaining.
Now maybe, for a moment, we can be like, chill, you know? I think I've just been... I haven't even thought about it, but I've just been very focused on the game, so maybe I've been silent now for the last couple of minutes. But, this map makes me feel pressure like no other. What the hell? Okay, this is not how that was in... Let's drop that. Decon. There's one there. 80 meters.
Synth smoke out.
Oh.
Stealth engaged.
Priority contract fulfilled.
Okay. Now, there's a guarded exfil here behind us. And we're not in a rush per se, so we could just sit here for a while. Until we have our cooldowns. That way we also get to exfil with all this. Okay. I think we would rather have that one. Honestly. There's a heat cascade now anyway, so wouldn't have been a good time. But isn't, you know, at the same time, you know, obviously this has been a very painful start to my Outpost life this season. But even so, one could argue, you know, that it's been interesting, right? I think that Outpost is interesting. Especially, I think it's more interesting for me because I've never really gotten far into it, right? I never completed the parasitism questline, for instance. Never got anywhere really on Outpost. I haven't explored the armories or like figured out how to do most of this stuff.
Connection collapse in 15 minutes.
So yeah, for me this is like, this is fun. Even though it might not seem like it. I'm curious, by the way. I'm gonna try to have a look out here because I'm wondering whether I could potentially move. I'm an assassin, so like exfilling for me is easier. Might as well pick that up. There's no reason not to. There we go. Heat cascade gone. And with that, I think what we can do is this.
Ammo filter engaged.
Shit. Don't worry, I didn't want to exfil anyway. You're not gonna get my stuff. That's pretty funny. Alright, Sekiguchi leveled up twice. Hey, 3 times. Whoa. Okay, well done. Awesome.
You found the program. Did it help answer my question? What makes you, you? Let's begin with a comparison. Unlike UESC ground units, you are your own entity. Though you select from a standardized set of shells, your consciousness is singular. A contradiction, for with every death, your body is reborn, standard, perfect, while your mind is enduring, unique, and also perfect. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'd like you to lay some practical foundations before we discuss a new phase of experimentation.
Download access in Darmarsh. Oh, so you have to play 2 rounds of this. Interesting. In order to get that, I mean, sorry. Yeah, I mean, that's probably worth it, right? We don't have too many unstable diodes, but I think that's fine. We don't need it for that either, so yeah, let's just pick that up, get this unlocked. And then we can go to Armory and pick up whatever free thing we got. Oh, hey, look at that. It's good. Requires 2 yards, yeah, sure. Okay. So, we're apparently gonna have to do multiple runs here. I think, for the time being, we're probably gonna go back to Thief. Did I do this part last season? I don't remember. So, I know, like, they definitely changed how some of these contracts work. We could do this one. We could do this one. Because the thing is that a sponsored survival run... Oh yeah, you cannot... Yeah, crew fill off. There you go. That's how you do it. I think this should work, right? From a terminal in tunnels. Then again, isn't it more exciting to potentially run into other players? Probably. So, yeah, let's just run a solo on perimeter. Great that we got D levels to do that one contract. I was looking forward to playing more Outpost, even though I'm very likely to die. Oh, sorry, by the way. Can I do it here? No? Okay. Roughly there, I think, yeah. I basically raised the volume a bit for that cutscene, or that conversation. And I'm doing it in a different way now, where I don't have to adjust my own volume all the time. So that should be a little bit more consistent. I just need to remember it. am already in the tunnels. Imprimer, download access codes from terminal in tunnels.
Retrieving passphrase. The ache of loss, the sting of new life.
And here it is. Though I probably didn't need to do it this way. Alright. Objective complete. Now let's see if we can stock up for Alright, nice. Got some equipment there, that's awesome. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever been down here before. Yes, I have. I remember where I am now.
Stockpile on me.
Okay, I think that should be it in terms of resistance down here. Maybe not. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Okay. Can't pick up credits. I think there's a player here. Maybe. Not just maybe.
window closes in 20 minutes. Prepare for increased hostile action.
He apparently saw me. I never saw that player. Well, that's okay. Oh yeah, I completed one of the things, obviously. I'm wondering if there were multiple players I was listening to, because it was kind of weird how like one of them was running while the other one was clearly like healing themselves or something. That was kind of annoying. Anyway, now we gotta go to Dire Marsh. This is really not my day. That's okay though. That's how it is sometimes. I don't even remember what I was supposed to do, but you know, it was something on Dire Marsh. At least we made progress, right? It could be worse. I should make food pretty soon. Though I am a little bit delayed today because of the because of me waking up so late, so I suppose it's fine to eat later, of course. It's just even preferable in some ways, because I do end up being hungry usually later in the day. Have I had a single exfil today? No, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't exfil today, so that's how the day has been going. I wasn't reading. Let's see here. AI uplink. Okay. A bit of a walk. Bit of a walk.
May your computations be swift and faultless. May your shots fly true.
It sounds like something out of Hunger Games or something. I should rewatch Hunger Games. It's been a while now. Always like that. It's just always like those movies is what I meant to say. But it's just that, like, unlike most, you know, like, I read the books before I watched the movies, and usually that's a mistake, because people tend to completely mess up the movies. Okay. I'm not complaining, to be clear, I'm just very surprised. USC down below. We can stay quiet, right? Probably don't need that much healing. seems like the nest with oh my god, I have so much ammo. Wherever that tick nest is, it seems to be bugged or something. Quite legitimately made it like way more scary. Oh no. One of those poisonous flowers is or poisonous growths or whatever. I would have loved to have brought a backpack into this one. But you never really know when you're gonna get these runs, right? So, and also you cannot bring a backpack with you if you have a sponsored kit equipped. So, let's see if we can. But I also have like the ammo kit as my ability, or as my equipment. So it feels a little bit like a waste to be carrying that much ammo. Somewhere.
Ammo filter engaged.
A turret picked up on my presence, but I couldn't see where.
An anomalous rift has been detected in the area. Signal recall window closes in 20 minutes.
That's a decon. Okay. Please. I was gonna say drop me down into where I need to be, but I'm pretty close, I think. Okay. Oh, sure. Doesn't hurt to have a secondary weapon type.
Camo active. The shadow path.
Priority contract complete.
Hmm. Alright. Now, we could try to go for this.
Our exit is waiting.
I'm fairly certain that I just heard a player.
Stealth engaged.
There's really like no particular reason for me to exfil, or like, you know, obviously there's always a reason to exfil, but what I mean is that like there's nothing, I'm not carrying anything super valuable on me, so it doesn't actually matter whether I exfil. It's just, you know, I think it grants extra experience if I'm not mistaken, so might as well. I also have one rare material on me. So once again, might as well. Well, this is a bit of a bind. Basically gonna have to shoot myself out. Let's see how far I can get without activating my ability, and then I activate my ability to get past them if it starts activating. Maybe I'm okay. This is a trade I'm not super comfortable with, but okay. It looks like I'm gonna be able to activate the exfil, no drama.
Connection collapse in 15 minutes.
Then of course, there's the added question of, will I get out of here once I've done so? No, I will not. They just happen to be like, yeah. Not a good day. It is what it is. Oh yeah, I had that thing. I had forgotten. Okay, well, now at the very least, even if everything else has sucked today, we managed to get the... We managed to get rank 10.
What if I told you we could not only make use of the UESC's combat optimization program, but also improve upon it? Your shells are a delicate weave of organic and synthetic matter. The UESC's ground units are synthetic only. We must find something to bridge that gap. I have heard whispers traveling through the wider neural net. Rumors of a hidden biotic sample on Tau Ceti that may serve our purposes. Find it, synthesize it, inject it directly into your system.
Okay. I forgot again to raise the volume this time. But we're finally gonna get that upgrade, which is great. We're also gonna do this. Just gonna give us another sponsored kit. Fantastic. Oh, there's audio to this one, so I'll raise the volume again for a little bit.
I have consumed every piece of human literature ever recorded. It resides within me, like a memory. My favorites are small and unassuming, many of them nameless, forgotten. Humble storytellers whose words have given me more insight into the human condition than any scientific study. They have taught me that humanity's oldest enemy is death. You won't find this story in a book because it is mine, and I have made it for you. Long ago, there was a bustling village near an endless dark wood. Every morning, death took the form of a great crow and emerged from the trees to strut the village paths, peeking into all the windows with its bright black eyes. Some tried to fight it, but its feathers could not be pierced. Those who ran were snatched up in its talons. Some tried to hide in their homes, but death was patient. Some left it offerings or wrote it songs, but death was unmoved. Death was hungry. It would not leave unless it found someone to take. Until one night, a strange woman came to the village. The people watched from their windows as she gathered reeds and used them to weave a man. He had stout legs to march, strong arms to carry supplies, and beautiful, clear eyes. The reed man worked through the night, and in the morning, death came, as it always did. It saw the reed man working in the village. It gobbled him up without a second thought and flew away, its belly full. The people came out of their homes. They surrounded the strange woman and began to cheer. But the woman said, "Stop!" And the people saw her cheeks were wet with tears. "I have saved you," she said, "but I have lost my child again." And the woman began to weave reeds for the next morning.
Okay. That was that was interesting. All right. Considering how today's going, I'm not gonna actually like continue, but I will. I will finally level up the cradle quite a bit. So we're gonna do some crazy things here. Because now everything that we send to the cradle is worth a little bit more. So we're gonna do this. And now we're giving 20,000 experience to the cradle. I know we're getting rid of a purple weapon, but I'm okay with it. It's gonna bring us all the way to level 17. Alright, so what do we care the most about? Your generator heat recovers more quickly. You take reduced damage from ticks, lightning, and heat cascade hazards. Okay. Interesting. I am more interested in this whole like self-repair speed. That is like one of the things that I feel, especially, you know, on Finisher Siphon, right? Prime recovery, tactical recovery, and then you have revive speed and ping. This is like the least useful one, I feel like. Especially since I'm playing solo, that doesn't make much sense. But yeah, this one, this might be decent. This is really good, you know, recharging quicker, obviously. What do you do? Most resistant, more resistant to incoming damage. Okay. I have 4 points, so I could actually go all the way to this. And I think that might be worth doing. There we go. Alright, that also... I did not convert to prestige rarity item, but okay, fair enough. Okay, well that was a really bad day in terms of, I mean, we did get a lot of progress in terms of the cradle, of course, and we did get started on Sekiguchi there. I don't know whether I will. I think I will probably try to continue wrapping up, Traxxas going forward. But overall, I feel like we got to a much better place, right? Now we can progress the cradle a little bit faster, and yeah. But you know, I'm not someone to. I'm not someone that is going to fight when I can tell that like things aren't quite going the way that they should in a particular day. But still, it was fun exploring Outpost. It was fun getting humbled again because, you know, for a while I've felt like the game has been giving me very easy runs, and yeah, that is not marathon, you know. So, with that said, thank you